Good morning, everyone. And I am injured. Happened yesterday. It wasn't any fun. I think I did too much and I didn't actually warm up for what I did. I did a lot yesterday that I wasn't used to. And now your boy's shoulder not really working out for him. So much to the point where it did affect the sleep. And it sucks because I enjoyed my sleep. I try to track my sleep and try to keep it consistent, and I've been doing really good. But then tossing and turning because couldn't put any weight or compression on it. So trying to sleep on the other side, flipping over, felt like a burger. I just couldn't get done. Imagine you were cooking a burger, you just kept flipping and flipping it. It wasn't getting cooked. That's how I feel about my arm last night. So it was a good like training day though. I ended up doing weighted pull-ups for the first time. I've never done that. And I tried to do sprints with the weighted vest. It had 21 pounds in it. And boy, I felt like I was walking. Like I was trying to run and my body was just like, what are you trying to do? It's quite sad, quite tragic actually. But it was a fun workout. I did 3 sets of 21. So it was sprint. I ended up going from the jungle gym that's near my house, sprinting up the boardwalk, making like a circle around back to the jungle gym. I'm not really sure the distance, but it's a good enough distance to sprint, especially on the boardwalk. So do that. I did sets of 21 pull-ups and then 21 toes to bar. So that was a lot on these bad boys already, especially since I'm feeling the pull like more towards the rear deltoid than anything. It's not fun. It's tender to the touch. That's why I'm comparing myself to a burger before. But yeah, did that workout. It felt good. I was fine. Excellent. I'll say, oh shit, I did it. It took me a while. I think it took me like 21 minutes. I have to check the time again. But yeah, it was good. Went home, showered. It's like, all right, it's time for the rest of my day. Did the rest of my day. Ended up having some training sessions. So I usually train people in Central Park now, since in New York, gyms are still closed. Some are open, a mass, a lot of regulations. But people are worried, like they're talking about a second wave. Then like Europe shut down, in some places again. So people are concerned. So I usually train people on Wednesdays and Fridays in Central Park. So I had my 3 sessions. In the last session, I end up sparring with my client. So we're sparring, and the thing is, I felt fine after the sparring, but I didn't warm up like even a little bit. It was just like I held pads. We did a bunch of drills, and then it was just like, all right, spar. So we sparred. We had about 3-4 rounds, and it felt good. We were moving around, trying different things, different angles. And I felt good after the sparring session. I was like, word, I'm hungry. Let's go eat. And then after dinner, I feel like I just put like my arms up. I did some stretch because I just wanted to, loosen up the body. I was sitting down eating. And I felt this pull. I was like, ooh, what the fuck? So my initial reaction is to be like, all right, let's just pull at it more. I fucking know that's a dumb idea. But I started pulling at it and it started getting worse. And also it's like, all right, I'm an idiot. I already know this. Why poke the tiger? There's no reason to poke the tiger, and I poked the fucking tiger. Nope, I poked the tiger. Now I'm dealing with the consequences at the moment. It's not fun. Thought about doing yoga, but I just don't think I should stretch it. I think I should leave it alone. I'm probably gonna take a hot Epsom salt bath later on in the day when I get some free time, to just try to relax this. Maybe it's some inflammation. It doesn't feel like tendonitis. I've had tendonitis on this shoulder. But you ever have tendonitis on the shoulder or anywhere else, I do suggest just not doing anything. It's the best thing you can do. I didn't do anything for a month after I went to the doctor, and they were just like, you have tendonitis, boy. I didn't do anything for a month. Didn't lift weights, didn't do Muay Thai, didn't do nothing. And then started doing the exercise to start warming up those areas, to start getting those little tiny muscles all nice and perked up and strengthening those. I did that for like another month. So a month of doing nothing, then a month of just doing the minimal work, a whole bunch of bands and pulling and pushing, just light work to strengthen up the area. I get little flare-ups here and there, but it takes like a lot. I need to do a lot of load, well, heavy load, AU, and just a lot of reps, but it doesn't get there. What still hurts me, it's because I refuse to stop using my legs, is near my psoas, and I got into this like near the bone. I don't know what's going on in here, but your boy's jacked. It's like I'm getting jacked everywhere. And it's interesting because I usually am pretty good at taking care of myself, but you know when you just try to speed things up and rush the process, and you're just like, I don't feel like staying here for this long. I'm trying to get an A and B in this time, and you're just like, all right, let me cut some corners. You get injured. So, because I remember when I first hurt my hip, this was years ago, and it's still affecting me. I was running, and this was the time where I was running every single day. I don't even know why I got into running so heavily. I think it was because I was trying to get like fight ready, and I was just like, you know what, run every day. So I went from doing 5Ks to 10Ks, and it became like 10K every day. But I would do it in the morning and with no warm up. It was like wake up, brush my teeth, pull my leg, and just like go. There was no pacing, so I ended up paying for that one day. I felt it. I was running up the hill, and I was almost there. I was like a block away from the crib. I was right there, and all of a sudden, just jerked down. Just hit him with the collapse. So that happened. My leg gave out, and I just do that running. That's not really running. It's just you doing this in one spot. I just had till I got home. And then I never did anything to like fix it. This happened when I was like a teenager. I feel like I'm still like feeling it. It's not good. It's not good, but whatever. I can still do things. It just bothers me sometimes. What you gonna do? I can't do about it really, right? Oh. But I'm gonna try to see. I foam rolled this morning to see if that would do anything. It just felt good. I like foam rolling a lot. One with the little bumps all over it, so it just feels like daggers poking you. I love that shit. I would recommend foam rolling to anybody. I would definitely start with just a regular smooth foam roller, especially if it's your first time doing it. People, like when you first start and you're actually sore, it hurts. It's not even like a good feeling. It's like, oh, this is pain. Like, what am I doing to myself? Why am I doing this? And if you feel like that, just lay there. There's no even point in rolling. Just lay there, deal with it, bite down, sing yourself a song, watch something, chill there for a little bit. Feel good, get that blood flow rolling, get those knots out. You need that. It just feels good. Especially now, I've been wanting to get a massage. I feel like that's the reason why my body is needing a little bit more prep. I have not been getting, I used to get a massage every 2 weeks. I was doing it weekly, and then I was like, I cannot afford this. It's getting wild. But they're so worth it. Like I went into my budget, and I was like, I have to make a massage budget. Like there's no other way. So I did that for a while, and it was great. But now with COVID, it's like, do I really want somebody touching me all over? And I know there was many people on this slab in there, just like that hole where everybody breathes in. There's no way they cleaned that well. Impossible. I don't care. But yeah. And then like I was thinking about massages and little things that didn't really bother me. I'm like super conscious about now. Like I was getting this massage once, and this woman had the sniffles, and it didn't bother me that like she had the sniffles and it was like germ related, and I was like, oh, this is kind of gross. It was like just the sound, like she was just. I was just like, I'm trying to just like zen out. I'm trying to focus. It's like a meditation thing. Where like you try to, your mind tries to escape the body, and they're experiencing two different things. It's amazing when you get there. But she just kept like sniffling. And I was having such a hard time. I was like, this bitch. But now I'm thinking about it. I was just like, if I go to a massage place and this bitch is sniffling, I'm going to be so grossed out. And it's like the only thing I'm going to be focusing on. And I know that's not right, but it's literally the only thing that's going to, like, I'm going to be trying to, like, get into that place. And she's just going to be sniffling. I'm going to be COVID's all over me. Just in a pool of COVID just floating. I do like the idea of having somebody come through, but I feel like I want a massage table. I don't want a stranger to come over and be like, here's my massage table that I bought to multiple people's houses, lay on this. I was also never this like health conscious, like when it came to like germs. Like when Kobans was open, RIP, just sweating all over the place. It's like, it was just a confined box that was like simulated Thailand because it got so hot. Oh my God, in the summers, it was a wrap. You had like, fuck a shirt. Like there was no point. Like you sweated so much that your shirt ended up becoming like your second layer of skin, where it was just like stuck on you. It smelled like your insides. The worst was when the floor would puddle up, so you would go for a kick, but you would fucking sink into the mat. Let's do a split real quick. It's so bad. It was so hot. But yeah, we were sweating all over each other, clinching, bleeding on each other. Motherfuckers didn't know how to cut their toenails or their fingernails. Just getting cut all over the place. It was so wild. I remember one time I dodged the kick, but I didn't dodge the toenail, and it just cut me across the stomach. And I was just like, what's happening? Is this real life? Crap. But all that shit was happening. I didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. Just sit in my sweat, just waiting, like, talking mad shit before taking a shower. Just spray yourself with the fucking alcohol, rub it, and be like, all right, I think that's good enough. It burned. That means it works. Now this whole COVID shit's in my head, and I'm just like, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to do that? Do it anyway, but it's the whole thought process before that. It's very stressful. But now, I got whatever injury this is happening in this shoulder, my left shoulder, which is annoying because it's bothering me when I do little movements, just like that bothered. I feel the pull. And I hate not doing an activity, workout or anything. I feel like it affects my mood. Or I didn't have like a release of energy, so it's like stored up, and I'm just like, I gotta do something. Super annoying. So that's how I feel right now. I need to do something. So hopefully this feels a little bit better. I'm definitely gonna take the bath. I don't know if yoga is gonna be in the cards today. Like I said, I don't want to keep yanking at it. Like that hurt right there. That's crazy. And that was my own like resistance. Gosh. And I haven't made a video in a long time. I have truly been slacking, and I apologize. The weather got a little colder, and I was just like, also a lot of distractions. I've been letting distractions get at me, and simple distractions, not even anything too major. The election's not even stressing me out. I feel like I don't like to talk politics, but it just seems at this point that Biden got this in the bag. They're still counting. They're gonna count. It's gonna be Friday. They were right. They were like, Friday. We'll let you know. And I was just like, I guess. And motherfuckers really did board up. I was in the city yesterday, and so many places were boarded up. But not Apple. Apple is just like, come in, we got insurance. Got insurance, boy. Rob us. Give us more money. There was a lot of places boarded up, and nothing happened. It's wild that I've heard so many stories and seen videos of just wild shit happening in New York. And in the Citizens app too. You have the Citizens app, people reported wild shit going on. I don't see any of that shit. I started kind of getting out and about. I've been going to the office. I've been going to training sessions. I've been doing COVID-friendly meetups. Whatever that means. COVID-friendly. Is anything really COVID-friendly? But that was fun. I ended up meeting up with a bunch of friends. Muay Thai friends, which I haven't seen in a while. Shouts out to all my Muay Thai community, all the people down in Kobans. I miss you. But yeah, I met up with a few of them, and we ended up going to one of those axe throwing places. And those axe throwing places, I felt self-conscious about them, where I was just like, I don't want to do this. It seems dangerous. It seems like I'm not going to be good at it, and I might hurt somebody. Like, that's how not good at it I will be. That somebody's going to get injured. Because you always see those videos, because it's the only ones they really post, where it's just like the axe all of a sudden becomes a boomerang. And it's just like, all right, now I got to dodge. Now I got to do some ninja shit. So I was not really about it. But I haven't seen them in a while. And I was just like, you know what? I want to see these people. So don't be a little bitch. Go hang out. So ended up heading over. Met up with them. And it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it was because it was dumb and I was having a good time, or it was because I was whipping ass. No, it was odd how naturally good I was. I was just like, I think I can figure this out. I was exaggerating the movement. The ass was getting flown back. I was just like, it was all in the hips. It was all in the hips. Very true. It's usually all in the hips. Listen to the hips. The hips don't lie. Shouts out Shakira. She knew. It was like years ago. What year did that song come out? She knew. I mean, maybe I was too young to know. You know? It was just one of those things where it was just like, I was looking at it like physically. I was just like, yo, your hips don't lie. But it was more than that. She was woke. Stay woke. I was asleep though. But yeah, the Kick-Axe place. Definitely recommend that. It was dope. Had a lot of fun. It was short though. It was like an hour 15. I was just like, 2 hours. Come on, give 2 hours. 2 hours seems like a perfect time for anything. Anything over 2 hours is just like, why the fuck are we still doing this? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why? Like shopping. Like, people shop for 2 hours? Fuck you. What? I feel like you should know what you're gonna go buy. Because then you get lost. Then it's a wrap. Go for something and then get the fuck out. You want to eat something? Great. Eat it. That works. But anything longer than 2 hours? Fuck that. A good show is 2 hours. 3 hours is just like, my feet hurt, my ass may be numb, I'm hungry again, gotta buy another drink. It's too much. You appreciate those experiences. In hindsight, you're like 2 hours. 2 hours is good. I saw Guns N' Roses. I believe their show was like 3 hours, and they were just like hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Like, this is fucking dope. But you could have condensed that into 2 hours. I would have been like, that was mad dope. It would just hit your brain so fast that you just weren't ready for it. And it was just like, it would have been perfect. Like when I saw Death Grips, those motherfuckers, Yeah, Death Grips was one of the best bands I've ever seen because they didn't, like, legit didn't stop. They didn't stop to talk to the crowd. They didn't do no interlude. I felt like they didn't even get any water or take a breath. It was just like hit after hit after hit after hit. Like I was tired, like, because they didn't give us a break, so we were just going dumb. That was the show, like, that you remember. It's just like, that was so intense. That was dope. Like, they did all the hits, blah 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 blah. Death Grips, Guns N' Roses. I don't know if they're apples and oranges, but still two greats. Still two greats. So with this injury happening now, what I'm going to end up doing is attempting to do a lot of accessory workouts to try to get this shoulder to just strengthen up. What I do think, though, is that I should leave it. It just happened last night. So I do think that I should just leave it alone for right now. Let it chill, let it simmer. Don't do anything crazy. And after my hot bath, I wrote out a couple things that I'm going to do. Nice, simple accessory workouts with some bands, lightweight, one-legged things. Just trying to get the body balanced and in order. I think that's going to be way better to do than to just stretch at my joints and at my limbs. I think as of right now, definitely my upper body doesn't need it. So stay away from that. And I do think that, like, yoga isn't all stretching, but I do use it for that. So I feel like with anything, like, I could do yoga, and instead of trying to get as long as possible, I can try to come in. I could just try to contract my muscles while holding those positions instead of trying to lengthen. That really, really does help. I think yoga is one of those things where you start to do and you really start to understand your body, especially if you have an instructor that's really good at cueing, and it makes you understand, because you're just holding those positions. Sometimes you're holding those positions just in, like, your mind and silence of your breath. So you could really figure out, like, oh, this is what I can do while staying still, but still create length. Or I can stay still and get smaller and get stronger and more condensed. So, but I primarily use yoga for the stretching part, for the blood flow part, to get the body moving. But I might have to hit some yoga today just to condense and try to strengthen. And no stretch, just flex and move. That's even harder to do while breathing. Trying to get stiff, but have the body still breathe easily. It's very hard. But yoga is so fun. Really, I've been doing, ever since the pandemic started, literally every day. No, not every day. Let's say like 5 to 6 days a week. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But 5 to 6 days a week of yoga. I definitely wasn't doing that pre-pandy. Definitely was not doing that. It was like yoga was like a weekend thing, or just like, ooh, I get to do yoga today. But it was never like a daily thing, part of the routine. It's become part of the routine. Like being able to wake up early, get yoga in, get a workout in, and still be able to do work on time. I feel super productive. And it started making you think about conspiracy shit, because a lot of, once the shutdown happened, stocks are going down, but there's a lot of businesses, and there's a lot of businesses that are flourishing right now. And it's just like, are we gonna be stuck like this forever? Like, I really don't want to be stuck like this forever. But it's like, is everybody making more money? The reason? And I guess you could show me a whole bunch of shit where it's just like, people are dying, Rob. That is true. People are dying, and my shoulder hurts. Apples and oranges. I have a horrible memory. I remember faces. I'm good with faces. I'll remember your face, not your name. It's pretty bad. But at least, you. I remember a while ago, yeah, I was so bad. One of my ex-girlfriends, we were at this festival, I believe, or at this concert. I used to go to a lot of summer festivals or concerts. I think it was like a Mad Decent block party. I think it was one of those. And I introduced myself to this girl. I was like, oh, hello, my name's Robert. And she looked me dead in my eye and she was just like, oh, we met before. And I was just like, it's like one of those things where it's just like, that's so rude. Like, that's so rude of me to be like, who am I? Like, I definitely wasn't even meeting that many people. It was just, I was a dickhead. It definitely just like looked over her head. Or maybe I was fucked up. Like, I could have also been fucked up the first time I met her. I was just like, actually, I don't remember who you are or if I ever met you. It could have been that. But I felt so bad. I was just like, it's not good. It's not good boyfriend. It's not good boyfriend material to not remember your girlfriend's friends. It's funny. It's funny as fuck. It's not good though. I think I'm gonna continue to deal with this injury by doing nothing but recovery stuff. Let her relax. Maybe compress it because I feel like it was a lengthening issue. I think I overextended while sparring, and the pulling from the weighted vest. I feel like just having that extra weight pulling down was a lot of pulling in this area, and then the punching probably just hyperextending while missing a punch. It could have been a lot of things, or missing a hook. Feels like it was probably a hook, and then just one little wrong movement, it sent it over the edge. No fun. But I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to work out later today. Hopefully it feels better. I'll give you guys an update. I guess this was the first episode of Talking to Yourself podcast. Have a good day, guys.
Pop kismet, AKD space, silly do con, John Locke, Marmalade, top, right top, boss, bigger two pond. Think you get a two sock, watch titty, two top, GameStop, give me like 50. Says sell game fans, give me like two, like flame, react, flambe's made in the place you can't be at. Sweat, kismet, pops it, looking like I'm boss stop. Indirect shots just tickle my ear, hit not, go sweat or lick in my vet, poof. That's just how little I did, poof. Take samples, I'ma spit my shit, no truth, no sample, shit I got paid. Willie Mays days, Mickey D salad days, trip a la mode, pimp, pan parade. Been a bad toad, I picked Prince today. Maximal imprint of DNA, prints match exactly, you don't have to thank me. It's enough, he's like Frankie, frankly, fuck off, hanky panky plank. Touch off, but who's not, butter soft. Shootbox rap game took another loss. Do cop, pick a motherfuckers off. Break spirits when I say I got another form. Great mirror check, keeping all the cuddle warm. Put the numbers on the bullshit cutlet on. I just had to talk shit, bitch, fuck the song. Dust Malone, I mean mailman. Post me like Keenan Ivory Wayne Saints. Message, you might want to check the stress and rage. And pray your book got less pages. Mop, get wet, mop. Make a big mess, chase waterfalls, left eye open, walk up. This is very spot, the star was born, pop. 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 Yeah, Marble Inc. 6217 6th Avenue. Carter than ink. Listen on back. Horror, rage, president accounting. Format page in the door, mad crowded. Point 5th grade. This store that's shrouded. Fucking broke. No complaints, bourbon. Turkey, vape pen, shit I want smoke. And I don't want escape fence. Marvel. Impression is how you win elections. Last time learned a grim lesson. Hard to think with a bank account crying 1800. Might gotta take a light break this summer. Bummer, must suffer. Art needs it. They wanna see me under. Pushing